Everybody. Today we're talking about bodybuilding podcast for skinny guys, how to gain muscle. All right. So I'm going to be talking about that and answering questions today. How can the skinny guys add muscle? We'll wait for a few people to come in here and then we'll get started. But today is a Sunday, so the stock market opens up. Well, the gold market opens up tonight, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen to the stock market tomorrow. I don't know. And you know, I've always been skinny, and I've always had trouble putting on, really dense quality muscle. But over time, if you keep at it, if you do the right exercises, it is possible. So first, you guys got to know that it is possible to improve massively. You can, if you're have, low genetics, it's impossible to become elite, but you can improve massively. And then with the help of PEDs, you can go beyond another level. But I never recommend PEDs or performance-enhancing drugs unless you're doing it to make, a lot of money, because you're going to destroy your health over time. So first thing guys want to do is they want to get on the gear. But if you don't have the genetics, gear will still not make you be able to become a pro bodybuilder if your genetics are below average. If you have above average genetics and then you get on gear, then yes, you could become a potential competitor for major competitions. And as far as genetics go, you're either going to be born to be genetically gifted or you're not, Ectomorphs have a hard time putting on muscle, but they certainly can. It depends how you train too. Hi, Beverly. Ectomorphs do have a lot more slow twitch muscle fiber, so ectomorphs might need to do higher reps, especially for the legs. Okay, look at Tom Platz. He did very, very high reps for the legs, and he got the biggest legs in the world. Okay, so try higher reps. If you're doing low reps and it's not working, if you're doing that typical 8 to 12 reps and you're not seeing a lot of results from it, then try to do 20 reps for squats, or try to do 12 to 15 for your curls or whatever you're doing. If your body's not responding, you can always do more reps and see how that works. And if that still doesn't work, then you've got to try something else, like heavy duty training, high intensity. Maybe you need a training partner to help you really get to fatigue. All kinds of added techniques that can help you build muscle. All right, guys? All right, guys, we got monetized too, so super chats. We haven't got our first super chat yet. I want to see it. I want it to happen. It'll happen. I know it'll happen. Hello, Kevin Williams. Yes, we got to get our first super chat. But guys, when it comes to getting ripped, building a lot of muscle, it's really about diet. That's one of the most important things. Okay? And right now, we're eating a good diet. Now, ectomorphs are usually very skinny, okay? very skinny. I've always been extremely skinny, and I first started lifting weights probably about 14 years old, and I had 2 dumbbells that I got from Walmart. And I started seeing a little bit of results, but nothing too crazy. Got some results though, and my arms got a little bit better. And then I started doing different exercises. I would lay on the couch and put a dumbbell in one hand and go like this. So I would do a dumbbell fly with one arm. And then all of a sudden, I could see striations on the inner chest. That's what first told me that I might have decent chest genetics. And now, in fact, I do believe I have decent chest genetics, and shoulders and triceps. And I never fully developed my legs. I used to do biking, biking is extremely high rep. And when I used to do that, my legs got ripped. I added muscle and they got ripped. So I have a feeling that my legs need very high reps, and I obviously need to go heavier weight than bike riding. But I've got to really try to develop my legs and see what I'm capable of, you know? So I really started growing once I started doing more compound movements. So I started doing push-ups. Those will really help you add muscle mass. You've got to do the whole key for skinny guys to put on mass. The whole key. Diet, and you got to do compound movements. Okay? Compound movements is a bodybuilding movement that utilizes and flexes multiple joints. Okay? So when you do the bench press, you're moving your shoulder and your elbow. So you're incorporating the pecs and the triceps. All right? So you're using multiple muscle groups. When you're using multiple muscle groups at one time, and you're really stressing the body, you're starting to breathe hard, and you're really going heavy, and you're doing as many reps as you can, that'll send the signal to your body, okay, it's time to start adding a little bit more muscle. You clearly don't have, your muscle mass clearly does not contain enough glycogen to get you through this workout, so we're going to help give you a little bit more muscle so it makes you stronger for your next workout. All right, compound movements are the king of recruiting a lot of different muscles in the body and sending that growth signal. Okay? And we all know, skinny guys, if you want to build mass, you have to do squats. That is one thing that I never really got into. One time, my buddy Mark, he had a gym in his basement, and I used to do squats over there, but we only did it a little bit. I would not like to do squats. So we only did legs probably 10 times. So I never really stuck with squats. So that's one reason that my body's not fully developed. I don't do squats. So I've got problems myself. I've got to get to the gym more. But that's the goal. See how far I can go, how far I can take this bodybuilding thing. Remember, I said diet is the most important thing. Right here, this is a protein shake. Every day, gotta have your protein, carbs, and of course, we could get into the conversation. How much protein do you need to build muscle? You know? It's going to vary for everybody, okay? If you are shorter, smaller stature, you only weigh 120 pounds, you're not going to need 200 grams of protein. I think that a half a gram per pound of body weight is good for a natural athlete. A half a gram per pound of body weight. For an enhanced athlete, I would take it closer to that 1 gram per pound. But I don't even think you need to go that high. Probably 0.75 grams per pound of body weight is what I have my clients on. So yes, natural athletes, if you weigh 160 pounds, then you should take 80 grams of protein a day. If it's not high quality protein though, then you're gonna need more, okay? You have to take complete proteins, meaning that they contain all the essential amino acids. If you only get protein from, let's say, nuts, then you will not build muscle. Your body will provide some of those other amino acids from natural processes in the body. When your muscle breaks down, some of those amino acids will combine to make it a complete protein, but that's not what you want to do. You want to be consuming complete proteins. A complete protein is like animal products, okay? Eggs, that's a complete protein. Muscle, if you eat muscle from a cow, that's a complete protein because it's already muscle. Your body just breaks it down with acid and then assimilates it into your own body tissue, okay? So you've got to get proper nutrition, complete proteins. And I can answer questions about supplements too. Hey, you hate skinny. Yes, I hate being skinny, guys. So this channel is all about bulking up and gaining muscle. I used to be like 130 pounds. I started lifting weights and now I'm 167. Let's see what I weigh. I think I weigh 167. I can't wait till the stock market opens up tomorrow. 169.4 with my shoes on. So I really only weigh about 163. No, I mean probably about 165 right now. My weight is about 165. And remember guys, you want to bulk up. When you want to bulk up, you can't just eat everything. When I started lifting weights, I did what's called dirty bulk. I was like, well, if I dirty bulk, I can get bigger faster. Well, you're going to gain fat, okay? You're going to get fat too. Even if you are an ectomorph and you start all of a sudden you're eating in a 1,000 calorie surplus, you're eating unhealthy foods, you're going to start to get fat on your stomach. Really, even for ectomorphs. Even if your metabolism is very high, you start to bulk up, do dirty bulk, and you keep doing it in 4 months, you're going to have way more fat on your stomach and you're going to lose your aesthetic look. You don't want it. My one buddy, I think he's bulking up a little bit too quick and he's losing his aesthetics. His body does not look like a pleasing aesthetic body. And I think, you know, he's bulking up too much, you know? So I got to talk to him about that. We got to work on that. He's bulking up way too much, getting way too big. But that's what happens. I told you. You got to eat clean. And you got to eat in a calorie surplus. Okay? So if you're trying to build muscle, then you want to have about 300 to 500 calories over your maintenance, over what you need to survive, over what you need for your daily requirements. Okay? So, and this only can come from practice, counting your calories, okay? Count how many meals you have and how many calories are in each meal, you know? That's what you have to do if you want to be serious, if you want to really look good. Oh, if you just want to go on a dirty bulk and get stronger, yeah, but you're going to get fat too. So you got to watch your calorie surplus. Do not take it beyond the necessary point. Do not eat so many calories that you're just getting fat, all right? So the key is, got to have a calorie surplus, got to eat clean. We're talking rice, vegetables, olive oils, healthy fats, fish oil if you want. I'm not a fan of fish oil, but a lot of people like it. It does have some omegas in it. I would rather eat seaweed, that product called E3 Live, to get your omegas. E3 Live. That's one of the top health supplements of our day, of our time that we are living in. E3 Live. Okay. Also, you want to have wheatgrass juice. If you want to be serious, then you're going to have to spend some money on your diet. Okay. Serious about health, serious about bulking up, building those big arms. And we'll talk about arm growth. We'll talk about how to build bigger arms. All right. My arms used to be like a twig. And now, see that? My arms used to be a twig. So I can tell you guys all the exercises that I do to build up the arms. If you guys want to know about that, we can get into that. Because Born Ring TV, I don't know what they're talking about on here. All right, guys, I'm still getting my meal is still cooking. But guess what? Guess what I didn't do? I didn't have my scoop of creatine. All right. Hi, Angeli. Hey, buddy. Peanut. Hey, what's up, Peanut? Today we're talking about bodybuilding for skinny guys. How to get the body of your dreams, all right? So we're going to be answering questions as well. How to get the body of your dreams. Which country are you? I don't say that. That does not matter. I can train you even if you live in another country. We can still set up a private call, and I can help you get your workouts in order, get your diet straight, get you on a diet plan, no matter what country you're in, okay? And you can start building some muscle. I'm telling you guys, I went from being super, super skinny to actually having some muscle mass, you know? Do you have any tips for that for fat guys? Oh, for fat guys, yes. Okay. I'll give you some tips for fat guys. Today it was really about skinny guys, but for fat boys, what you have to do is get on a very strict diet. You know, it's very simple. Fat guys already know what to do. They got to cut down on their calories. They got to start counting calories. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to put in the hard work. That's the thing. What is your job? I'm a fitness influencer. I'm on YouTube as a fitness influencer. We got super chats, guys. We can do super chats. If you have any extra special questions, then give me a super chat. But yes, for fat guys, you've got to stop eating so much. You know, fat guys eat a lot of bread. Bread, that's got to be one of your weaknesses, am I right? Do you eat a lot of bread? I bet you if you're fat, you don't eat a lot of fruit, do you? What you've got to do is you got to get your ass in gear. Start eating clean. And you want to continue to work out in the gym using compound movements. You could try to burn some extra calories with cardio. Although I like to say that you never need cardio. You don't need to do cardio. A lot of your recovery ability is going to go towards making your body better at cardio. But if you want to lose weight, I would say add muscle mass. Okay, that's the whole key. That's the whole key you need. To lose weight, you got to add muscle mass because muscle burns calories at rest. You know what that means? That means if you add more muscle, it's burning calories when you're just sleeping, when you're just sitting there doing nothing. So that's why I think fat boys should still lift heavy. You still got to try to add muscle mass to your frame, but you've got to get your diet better. So that's my advice to fat guys, is keep lifting very heavy, but just start improving on your diet, lower your calories. If you're fat, you're eating too many calories. Yeah, you could say, oh, I want to eat the same diet. I'll just work out more. The body can only recover so much. You're going to end up overtraining, you know? There's no way around it. You've got to work on your diet if you're trying to lose weight. Bro, you're hilarious. Love you, brother. If you're fat, if you're fat, you do need cardio for sure. No, you don't. Like I said, you can lose weight by burning calories, yes, doing lots of cardio, or improving on your diet. I would rather you still lift really heavy so you maintain that muscle mass. When you do too much cardio, yeah, you're going to burn calories, but you can accomplish the same thing from eating less. And when you do cardio, that's going to limit how much muscle mass you can add to your frame, okay? Because your body only has so many recuperative units that it can give either towards cardio, making you better at running longer, or making you better at muscle building. So if you really want to have the maximum amount of muscle, you don't need to do cardio. You need to eat clean, which means less cake, less sugar, eating, clean. Eat rice. Just watch how much rice you have. Stop eating bread. Stop drinking soda. And I'll say, losing weight is very, very easy. Gaining muscle is the hardest part. To actually gain muscle, you got to put in so much work. But to lose weight, all you have to do is stop eating. I don't recommend people stop eating, although if you do, you'll lose a massive amount of weight. Plus, fasting is very good. It'll help kill all of the bad cancerous cells in your body. Your body will just get rid of them. So, if you're fat, I would say you should do a fast. Probably if you're really overweight, you should probably do a 1 week fast to reset your metabolism, reset your body, clean out those dead cells. So fast for a whole week and then start eating again. But when you restart eating, eat healthy. What that means is clean. Eat vegetables, eggs, steak. I want you to eat kind of like a carnivore diet, except you got to throw in some vegetables and fruits. All right? You don't need too many fruits, but you got to eat like a carnivore diet. Throw in some healthy fats, vegetables, sunflower seed butter, olive oil, walnuts, not really pistachios. I don't think that's a really great one, but pecans. What's those one nuts that's very, very healthy? What are those nuts that are very good for you? Hazelnuts. I think hazelnuts are very, very good. So you're going to want to throw in some of those. What I'm eating right now, peanut. No, peanuts are not that good. Peanuts have too many omega-6s. Sunflower actually do too a little bit, but I think peanuts are worse. Eating things like peanut butter. Peanut butter is a bulking food because fats contain 9 calories per gram. Carbohydrates only contain 4. So anything that's a fat is a food for bulking. One of my favorite foods for bulking is Ezekiel bread with sunflower seed butter. That's how I got my arms bigger. Ezekiel bread and sunflower seed butter. Cashews, pistachios. Yeah. Yes, those are all good. Very good, very good. Good for bulking, good for strength, mass, putting on size. But remember, if you want that aesthetic look, you don't want to put on too much weight too fast. All right? You guys, you want to get stronger, but at the same time, you want to stay cut. You want to stay lean. You don't want to get too out of shape, because if you do, if you bulk too much, then when you try to get cut, it's going to be very hard to do that, because you've just been eating in a calorie surplus for 6 months. Now, how do you expect to get cut? Okay? That's why I don't want you guys to eat in a huge calorie surplus. That's why you got to track your macros. Okay? You don't want to have that many calories. So we'll just show you where I'm at right now. See what I mean, guys? You want to stay cut. See that? Put my shirt on backwards. That's okay. Yes, guys. Now you see, I'm bulking up. I'm actually bulking right now, but I'm not taking a massive amount of calories. Okay? So I'm having this meal here. This meal is only about 700 calories. I'm going to eat again, and I'm going to eat beef and vegetables. And that's only going to be about so many calories. And then when I get home, I'm going to eat again. So I'm really only eating about 2,500 calories a day. I really only probably need about 2,300. So that means I'm only eating in a 200 calorie surplus. So that means that I will bulk up. I'm going to gain strength, but it's going to happen very slow, and I'm going to stay lean and cut. So I'm going to keep those aesthetics, okay? The king of aesthetics is Ziz. Ziz was a YouTuber that really was all about getting jacked and staying lean. And he looked amazing, okay? But one thing I do want to say is understanding your own genetics. You've got to learn your genetics. Learn if you are genetically prone to injuries. Learn if you're genetically prone to adding a lot of muscle mass fast. Maybe you have great genetics, and you should get into bodybuilding. You should take it more seriously, okay? A lot of people have really good genetics, but they don't do anything about it. They got these amazing genetics, but they never really take advantage of it. And that's one mistake you can make. If you have good genetics, might as well take it all the way to the next level. Take it to the pro stage, okay? I don't know where my olive oil went. Damn, I need my olive oil. That's my healthy fats. So if you lose your olive oil, that's a problem. That's a problem, guys. Olive oil is one of the healthiest foods you can eat. Did I use it all? I had to come back here anyways, guys. You're shredded. Thank you, dude. Thank you, dude. I found it. I founded the olive oils. This guy never heard of Ziz. That's That's okay. I mean, I heard of them like 10 years ago, but I'm into fitness. Dude, I'll show you a picture of Ziz. Ziz is like one of the idols of bodybuilding. I'll show you. I don't even want to go to work. I just want to talk to you guys all day. Ziz. I'll show you. Here he is. That's Ziz. Ziz shows you what you can accomplish with the help of steroids, okay? Ziz was not a natural athlete. He took test, he took tren, but you can still get a really good body without doing the steroids, okay? Put it in the refrigerator, now it's kind of softening up. But, oh well. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to look like, guys. Ziz. So this is an example of what I eat to stay shredded. Eggs and broccoli. That's it. 2 ingredients. Eggs, broccoli. But a little bit of salt and pepper. Remember, guys, if you want any specific training, if you want to get a hold of me and ask me questions about bodybuilding, how to get shredded, you can always join my Patreon. It's $10, and if you join for $10, I will talk to you on there, and I will give you my number for free. For $10, I'll give you my number. We can talk about how to improve your diet, how to identify if you have good genetics, how you should be training based on your genetics, based on if you're ectomorph or an endomorph or a mesomorph. So if you guys are newbies, for $10, I'll help you get on the right track. And you saw I'm pretty shredded. And men, keep up the great attitude. This guy says he ain't even gay. Ziz is handsome and I ain't even gay. Well, I will say that, yeah, Ziz, I mean, he had the aesthetics. He looked great. He had that eye appeal that the ladies really like, you know. Not only that, but he had the charisma. Remember, guys, sometimes that's all it takes is to have the charisma. Have that positive attitude. That's all it takes to get ladies sometimes. You don't want to be negative all the time. I really feel like I have good, this is the tricep outer head. And then, well, I'll just show you. Your tricep actually has 3 heads. This one out here, this one under here, and then this one right there. If you work on all 3 of those, your arm will get bigger, okay? That's the key to getting bigger arms, is you have to work out the biceps and the triceps. And you have to do mass movements, okay? Movements that help you overload with weight, such as the skull crusher. Very good, powerful tricep exercise. The cable push downs. Very powerful exercise. And dips are very good for triceps. And bench press is good for the triceps as well, especially close grip bench or push-ups. Yep. I will keep up the great work. Thank you. I'm going to keep up all kinds of great work. So, if you have any more questions, we'll go straight to the questions. Message is held for review. You eat like a beta male. I'll show it. It's not letting me show it. He said, I eat like a beta male. Guys, don't listen to people like this. Maybe all he eats is steak, and he thinks he's an alpha because he eats steak. But eggs are very good. All right, guys, 155 views on this video. Whew. Let's get it. He's talking about the way I eat. This is a great bodybuilding meal. Eggs and broccoli and a protein shake for carbs, okay? That's one of the keys to helping with muscle size, helping with muscle fullness, okay? Is adding in enough carbohydrates. When is altcoin season? We're talking about bodybuilding today, but I think altcoin season is going to start any month, okay? I don't think we're going to have to wait that much longer. We're going to start making money, guys. I've been loading up on cryptocurrencies. You should get into the gym eventually. You should start lifting. Talking about the way you eat. Yep, we're talking about weightlifting on here. Thank you. And diet. How can skinny guys add muscle? So, any questions? How can skinny guys add muscle? I will answer your questions on supplements, training. Any more questions? Come on, guys. Questions on bodybuilding. Basically, I'm trying to build like a Bruce Lee body, okay? Except I want a little bit more muscle mass than Bruce Lee. He was a little bit too small. One thing about Bruce Lee, though, supposedly, he never used steroids. That was one thing about him that I researched and I remember. He never used any steroids. Imagine if he did. Peptides. I don't know much about peptides. I do believe in natural lifting. But if you want me to research any particular peptide, I can research it for you. There's lots of different peptides that can help, that will stimulate growth hormone, to help you want to like eat more or you know, help you gain muscle, add more muscle mass. What happened to working at Burger King? Now I'm a fitness influencer. I talk about health and fitness, and I train men. Train men to become stronger versions of themselves. So, any donations help. Thanks for the rose. Helping pay my bills. It's all going to my rent, buddy. It's all going to pay for this place. Pay for the rent. Thank you for that rose. It's going straight to my rent. Beautiful. That should help cover it. But yeah, come out here. Try to encourage you guys to start lifting weights. Get in shape. So thanks everybody. Thanks for the likes. This guy likes XRP. XRP to the moon. Yeah. Let's see where we're at today, guys. Ooh, Bitcoin's down. XRP is at 308 though, $3.08. XRP is up. But yeah, Bitcoin is down to 114.6. Well, it was down more, but it just popped up a little bit. So yes, guys, I know people are excited about the markets, blah, 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 blah. They think that there's going to be another rate cut coming now in September. Solana to the moon. But it might not be straight up, okay? It might take a couple more weeks or another month or so before we start to the markets really start to get more bullish. Did you hear Hugh Jass died? No. Do you like H-bar and stellar lumens? No, I don't like Hedera because the prices, it went up too high. It already went up a lot. I want it to go back down. If H-bar goes back down, I'll buy it. And stellar lumens, that price is too high too. Let's see where H-bar is at today. Hedera. Yeah, 25 cents. I don't really like it here. It's too high. It already went up. That's really when you want to sell, is when it moves up. Miller time. Yeah, electronic prices are coming down. Hopefully. He thinks Hedera could go to $1. Okay, yeah. You're right. Hedera might go to $1 during this altcoin season. But that's the 4 times. I think Shiba Inu is capable of 10. Okay? And I think Internet Computer is capable of possibly as high as a 50x. 50. Yeah, Hedera could go up 4x, but ICP could go up 50. So I'm putting my money in ICP. I'm sure you've heard of it. What's good, big dog? Eating Ernie. You've been eating a lot of stuff, man. I saw. You're still going at it with your eating videos. More power to you, dude. It's only a matter of time until you take off, because you got a funny thing going. I think I see good things for your channel coming in the future. I'm one of the first people Eatin' Ernie followed. Guys, check out Eatin' Ernie's channel. He's got a funny channel. He eats the most random things. Many times these are things that I would never consider eating. But if you want to see something like that, follow Eatin' Ernie. I'd appreciate it if you did. He's a good viewer. I'm good, bro. I just did Oreo dipped in Papa John's garlic butter. Dude, that's pretty sick. Better you than me. I'm not going to eat that, okay? I prefer my broccoli and eggs for the muscle building power, the protein. But yeah, me and Eatin' Ernie both like to eat on stream. That's funny. We both eat a lot of shit. This guy keeps saying I should get into the gym eventually. This guy's trying to say I'm weak on YouTube. C. Limmer. He says I should go to the gym. I don't think I'm weak, bro. I'll do one more flex. I'll do one more flex, guys. Look at those triceps. All right, that's it. No more, no more. Okay, one more. Okay, that's it. That's good. I'm getting a workout now. Gotta work on the shoulders, he says. Yeah. Okay, I will. Why do you like Shiba and ICP? I think Shiba Inu and ICP have the most potential for making money. ICP has the best technology. It's the fastest. It's faster than Solana and Ethereum, okay? And ICP just came out with Caffeine AI. ICP is the best utility coin, and Shiba Inu is the best meme coin. That's why I like them. Shiba Inu, basically the best known meme coins is probably Shiba Inu and Dogecoin. Those are the most widely known. Would I wax or polish my head? Yes, I would. Yeah, I gotta work on these delts right here. The side delts. That'll help me look a lot more muscular. All right, guys. I gotta go. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Eatin' Ernie.